Alright guys, so a really easy way to do a single leg takedown, okay? Obviously it's all no heat, alright? So still getting my collar grip, still grabbing onto the elbow. I want to set my front foot on the outside of hers. I want to listen to her heart, alright? So my head is on the inside. I give her leg a big cuddle, and I want to try and pick it up. Okay. I'll show you again. I want to get my grips. So I always like my strongest hand on the neck. Other hand is going to grab onto the elbow. My front foot is going to take a step on the outside of hers. My ear is going to go on her chest. I want to listen to her heart. I want to try and give her leg a big cuddle, and I pick it up and I try and put her leg in between mine. Guys, so intermediate for a single leg. Alright, so I'm still getting my grips, got my collar tied. This time I like to grab on the inside of the bicep. So I'm not grabbing on the outside, I'm grabbing on the inside. Okay, so from the inside, I'm going to flare my arm, I'm stepping my foot forward, I want to make sure my ear goes on the chest, so listen to the heart, I'm going to hug the knee, and I want to grab onto the ankle, pick it up, put her foot in between my legs, and I'm keeping my ear connected to her inner thigh. Alright, so I'll show you again, grips, collar tie, so you can start with the outside grip, swim on the inside, flare the elbow, step my foot forward, I want to listen to her heart. I keep my hand on her head until I get my first grip. So I'm here, my hand's going to let go of the head, I'll grab onto the ankle, pick up, and I'm going to pinch on with my leg. I keep my ear connected to the inside. Ready? So grips, collar tie, I'm going to grab onto the elbow, swim on the inside, flare my elbow. My foot is going to take a step. Very important that my ear goes on her chest. I keep my hand on her head until I get my first grip with my hand, let go of the head, and I'm going to reach for the ankle. Alright? Use my legs to pick her leg up, pinch in between my knees, my head stays on the inside. So advanced way that I like to go for a single leg, right? So still got my collar tie, I'm still grabbing on the outside, I swim, okay? Now before I step with my leg, I want to try and pull her towards me. Right? It makes it easier if she comes half the distance, okay? So I'm going to pull with my hands as my foot takes a step, and see how I really lift my elbows, I'm really flaring, alright? I'm making sure my back is straight. So I don't want to be looking at the ground, alright? Use my legs, not my back, alright? So I still have that collar tie. I'm going to give her leg a big cuddle. I'm reaching for the ankle. Now, sometimes it's really hard to lift the leg up. So yeah, she put all the weight in that leg. So I'm going to use my shoulder to push. I'm trying to drive her forward. I want to make her take a few steps on that back leg, alright? Making this leg nice and light. So I grab, I'm going to push, and I drive a little bit, okay? So once I've got the leg, I'm still making sure my ear stays on the inside. I don't want my head on the outside here, okay? We'll cover that in a second. So ear on the inside, and I still like to control the leg. Okay? So from a different angle. So I'm here. Yeah. So I've got my grips. One, my hands on the elbow, swim on the inside. I'm going to pull as I take a step. So I'm lifting my elbow. Right? Here. Boom. I get my grip. I get my second grip. See how I'm bending my legs. My back is nice and straight. Right? I'm going to use my shoulder to push on the outside of her leg. I want to make it take a few steps. Straight away, I'm going to try and put her foot on the in between my legs. My ear is on the inside. Alright? Very important too, I like to keep my hand one high, one low. I don't like both hands high. So when I can transition, I'll show you that in a second as well. Okay? Alright guys, so common mistakes, okay? So let's say that Steph goes for her single leg. Alright, so one thing, look, her head is on the outside. Alright, no good. It's on the outside, very easy for me to start trying to choke it. Okay? Also, very easy, go again, very easy for me to start trying to push her away. Right? Or even sprawl on her. Right? So it's very important that she's got to step her leg on the outside, her hand's going to be on the inside. Now see, she's doing a good job, she's bending with her legs. Right? If her legs are straight, she's looking at the ground, same thing. She wants to stay connected to me. My job is to disconnect, so I'm trying to push her away. I can step my leg back, I can sprawl on her. Alright, so it's very important that you're bending with your legs, trying to look forward. Alright, the next thing, she's got my leg, and on the inside. Alright, just pick my leg up. So see how she's got her right hand on my ankle. Alright, this is very good for her. If she just grabs onto my hands together, she's like here. Makes it very easy for me to stop my foot to the ground. Alright, so if someone's trying this to me and they were grabbing onto my ankle, I'll be able to connect on the head, connect on the arm, and I'll stop back down. right, and get my foot free. Alright, so it's very important that when we're picking that leg up, we're trying to grab the end of the lever. Right, so if I'm holding here, she can try as much as she wants, try and get that foot back to the ground. That foot is mine. Okay, I can take it out. There's nothing she can do about it. Okay, well, it's very hard. Yeah. So that was just like an entry for the single leg, one of many. Alright, so there's many that I do, and there's other ones as well. I'll show you a few ways I like to finish. Okay, so really basic. Alright. If I can't get one leg, I always have the option of going for number 2, right? So I'm holding onto the leg. All I'm going to do is wrap my hands around. Now it's up to you. You can use gamma grip, you can use an S grip, or you can simply just cup on behind the knee. Alright, I'm going to drop my knees to the ground. I'm trying to pull their knees together. Alright, so it's nice, good break forward when I take it down. Alright, so it's option number 1. Alright, I'm just going to go higher and higher, like a little bit harder each time. Then you can decide what you want to do. Alright. The second one that I like to do is the hand that had the ankle. So it's another reason I like to grab with the ankle. Alright? It's going to stay there. My other hand is going to reach for the hip. I'm going to step off. Alright, so I do like a bit of a sumo squat. Alright, so her leg can sort of rest on mine. Make it a little easy for my hand. My foot is going to go behind hers, and I'm going to pull with my hand on the hip. So I'm trying to take her back. So I'm not kicking it out. I'm simply stopping her from taking a step back, and then I'm going to pull. As I pull with my right hand, I'm going to raise my left. Right. And I still want to maintain control. I don't want to just drop it. Right. So, show that one again. Right. So I'm here, hold the ankle, got nice and high. I'm going to grab it to the hip. I'm going to step my leg, then as closest to her belly, I'm going to step off. I do a bit of a sumo squat, so her leg can rest on mine. My other foot is going to step behind. So notice that I bring my foot in. If my feet are too far apart, I'm really off balance. So I'm bringing my leg in. I'm going to simply hook her foot here. I'm going to pull my hand on the hip, and I'm going to raise. And gently put it down. Alright, really easy. Another option, alright? We're going to walk around the pipe, alright? So, very important, my head says inside. I'm going to use my ear and my head to push on her leg, alright? I'm still maintaining those 2 grips. I'm going to step my leg that's closest to her back. I step straight back behind me. So without her, I'm doing like a bit of a lunge. Alright, all I'm going to do is rotate. So I'm lunging the other way. So I'm here, right, still got my grips. My right leg, with the leg closer to the back, steps back behind me. I'm trying to drop my knee really close to the ground. I'm going to use my head and my hand to pull. See, I'm finishing that lunge. And she's going to go down. Alright? Mistakes that I see when people do these 3 techniques, okay? So the first one is when we're trying to go from a single to like that double leg, right? Is that when I let go of this leg and I'm trying to reach for the other one, then I relax my legs and she's able to like get her leg free, she'll start kicking away and disconnecting, okay? So it's very important that I'm trying to keep those knees pinched together so my feet are together, alright? I don't want to have like my feet apart. It's very hard then, really easy for her to get her leg free. So I'm trying to keep those feet pinched, those knees pinched, as I switch between one leg to the other. Right? Even when I drop my knees to the ground, my legs are still pinched. Okay? The other one is when I'm grabbing onto the hip and I'm trying to step off. Okay? And I mentioned it before, but if I try to reach my foot here, I don't want my legs apart. Right? My balance is very bad from here, okay? So I like to step that leg in, and then the other one can come across, right? It's very easy when I start trying to take it down, right? If for like, you know, I'm trying to, like, I've got the hip, right, I'm stepping off, but as I try and like bring my foot in, she starts trying to push me away, yeah? So it's like, most people are gonna try and push on the head, and I tend to lose this grip on the hip. What I'll do is I'll just come back to the leg, right? And then like a few options, you can try and get the leg on your shoulder, or I can simply turn and face her. I want to try and get the toes facing the ceiling, like even now she's like, ugh. Okay, and what I want to do is start lifting the foot up. I can walk forward, I start walking back, and the balance is not very good. Okay? Alright, so that's like another option. If I'm losing that grip on the hip, let's go for the foot, and I try and raise her toes to the ceiling. Alright? If I'm doing that, and she's able to turn her toes to the ground, yeah, she starts kicking her leg free. So it's very important that toes face the ceiling. Last one, when I'm trying to run the pipe here, alright? A lot of people will step the wrong leg back. So remember, the leg closest to the back, at the moment that's my right leg, that's the one that's got to step back. If I step this one, right? One is very hard to turn this way, most people turn here, right? It's like pops it out, and I have to go back. to this one, all right? So I've got to step the leg that's closest to the back. And the other thing that people get wrong is when they're stepping them right like that, they disconnect their head. So the head goes from the inside to the out. Now it makes it very easy to go to kick guillotines or push my head again. Yeah. All right, now I'll lose that grip. So I'm going to keep my head on the inside, step the leg that's closest to the back, straight behind me. Okay.
Release the Kraken!